Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with us this Tuesday, February 9th morning. Being up bright and early to improve our trading skills. We get better by consistently practicing what we do. So you should be proud of yourself that you're here this morning. Forex Smart Trade, we help people become the best versions of themselves, and we do that by helping them move toward financial abundance by teaching them how to trade with our super accurate proprietary indicators and our best in the business one-on-one training. So with that, let's get going. Let's start with the disclosure.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right, I don't like that guy. Starts the day out very negative. All right, so on this session, what I like to do, our indicators have a number of signals that are available depending on your preferences and your trading style. You will come up with a trade routine that you feel comfortable with and like to trade. The one I like to trade is something called 10-point trade, and I like to do it off of the 1 hour chart. So we are starting here with what I call a composite chart that shows 6 different currency pairs, and we will. We're getting a little feedback here. Let me shut the feedback off. There we go. That shows 6 different pairs. So we are going to start by using what is that going on here? Please mute yourself so that we don't get that feedback. So we're going to start using start with the 10-point trade. As you know, I like to work off of a checklist. So let's go through our checklist. So before we even get to the checklist, the fact that you're here, you want to improve. We've got the company has a number of live trades until you are consistently doing 15 pips a week, 15 pips a day on your own. I would attend as many of these as I can. Historically, on the live trades, they net 150 pips a week. So just copying these live trades going, you'll pick up skill. Plus, you'll get some pips. These yellow ones are ones that are for light members. The green and purple ones are ones for regular members. And you can get the exact schedule out of Trader University. So just a reminder to do that. My daily trade routine, first I want to make sure everything is live. So if we look, let's move this out of the way. When it's green up here, I'm connected to the internet. When it's green down here, I have a live screen. The chart is current. And if I were to click here to go back, it becomes red when I'm not current. I would go back if I was doing some back testing to test my ability to read the signal. So I can go back in time. I know what the signal is, and I go forward. I look for the signal. I mark it when I see it, and then I see what happens. And that improves my ability to kind of see it in the live market. Review of yesterday's trade. Since we do this once a week, it's not quite as effective, but last week we did take 2 positive trades. One was a thick orange line trade. One was a 10-point trade, which we'll be doing now. Both closed successfully. While you are honing your skills, it is probably good practice to take a screenshot right when you take the trade, so you get the ability to go back and analyze what you were looking at to decide if this is a good trade or not, and then you can discuss it with someone. We are technical traders, so with that means we are trading just on the price movement of the currency pair. We do not trade on news, but we want to know what the news is, so we stay out of the news's way when there is a news item. So let's take a look at the news. Typically, how we take a look at the news is we go to Forex Factory. There are a variety of different kind of news feeds. Forex Factory is focused on currency news. It breaks things down into 3 different categories: low impact, which is yellow; orange impact, which is orange, medium impact, which is orange; and high impact, which is red. Today, Tuesday, February 9th, everything is orange, so we've got nothing to worry about. Had there been a red item, I'd probably want to not be trading it at least 3 hours beforehand. Different traders go with different time limits, but since I'm usually trading off of a 1-hour chart, any trade that I have open, I'm expecting to close within 3 hours. So that keeps me out of it. All right, so now we will get into our technical analysis. So with the 10-point trade, I start by looking at the majors and minors, which is the middle part of the chart. The red and green are the majors, the black and gray are the minors. I am looking for situations where I am overbought, which above the blue line, or oversold below the red line. In this case, on the Australian US dollar, I'm a little bit more than halfway through the channel. If this were pulled up a little further back, I would consider this as a possible trade, but we are kind of too far into it. Ideally, I want to catch it when we are above the blue line, when I get the double cross and everybody's pointing down, and then I can ride it down as it moves through the channel. But here we've kind of missed it a little bit. We'll take a look and see what else is there, but to me this is a little too far along. Euro dollar. We are overbought. Everybody's pointing down, and we have the double cross where we have the red over green and the black over gray. This is the first part of the signal. Only thing I don't like about this right now is the red and green aren't going down steep enough. Notice the steepness here versus the steepness on the Australian US dollar. I like to see it steeper. Notice on the Australian US dollar, the line is entirely straight going down. On the euro dollar, I've got a kink right here. Right here, there's a kink in the line. The slope changes from here to here. The slope isn't as great. Because of that, even though we have the initial part of the signal, I want to see what else is out there. To me, this isn't as strong. If I were to go and continue to review the other pieces of the signal, my 2 orange lines here are coming down very steep. I want to count and get at least 3 out of 4 of the TNTs signaling what I'm seeing here. So the 2 oranges are going down. The dotted blue is going up. When dotted blue goes up, that means down. So I've got 3 out of the 4 here. Thick blue is still going down, which means up. But 3 out of 4 is okay. If I go down and look at my pressure, I've got up pressure, small gap with red on top. So I do not have a point here. The green line is starting, the slope is starting to change. It's steeper here, it's less steep here, and I've got this the red and the green lines diverging. That means they're spreading apart. Here they're kind of parallel, and now they're starting to get further apart. I kind of like that, but again, I don't like the steepness here. So let's keep going. Pound dollar. We are kind of in the middle of the channel. It had turned midway through. We've got everybody going up. We're not quite halfway. Good steepness on the green line, on the majors, but my TNTs are not there. My 2 oranges are telling me down. My dotted blue is telling me down, and the pressure is sideways. So that usually when I have pressure sideways and a big gap like this, that means retracement. Retracement means the current candle is going to copy one of the previous candles, and you can kind of see that it is. It's kind of copied it, went up and copied the previous hour candle. So nothing there. US Canadian, we are overbought, but we're still going up. So nothing there. Dollar Swiss franc, oversold. Minors are going up. Majors, green is on top, but we're going sideways. So, you know, I don't want to take a trade when we're going sideways. I'd like to catch it when it is, we get a nice steep up line like we did here. And we caught the US Canadian, 2 hours ago. We got the double cross, nice steepness, went all the way through the channel. And then the line is lowering, it's less steep here. That would have been a nice, 14, 13 pips there. US yen, everybody's going up. We're oversold below the red line. Everybody's going up. They're just entering the channel. So we've got 3 points here. One, we're oversold. Second, that everybody's pointing up. And third, that green is on top and gray is on top. So 3 points. 2 orange lines going up. The 2 blue lines coming down. So I've got 4 points here. I've got down pressure with green on top. So I get a point here. So I've got 8 points. And these lines are diverging. They're moving a little further apart. The green is the slope. The slope. To me, it looks like the slope changed here. It's a little less steep, or it's more steep and less steep. The line is slightly changing. So I like that. So we've got all the points for a good trade. So now once I see the trade setup, I am going to go and I want to look at the full chart. So let's take a look at the full chart. I'm just going to pull up a chart we had open last week, CAD. So to convert the chart, I'm going to right click, go to chart settings, and then I'm just going to change the symbol. USD, JPY. And it'll change all the charts. And we'll try to get this. Now, since this isn't a pair I trade normally, on a pair I trade normally, you can see I've got my support and resistance already on my chart. as I don't trade this normally, I've got to put support and resistance. And when I built this support and resistance, I did it off of a 10-year time span. Right now on this chart, we only have about 90 days worth of information. So I'm going to tighten this up a little bit, pull it together, and the support and resistance are spots where the price seems to naturally break or stop. So right in here, there's a break. Right in here, it stops. Right in here. Right in here, it stops. Right over here. So let's see. Right in here, it stops. Here, it stops. Here, it stops. Let's see if we can get one below. Right here, the red and the green seem to be stopping. Right in here. Right here. Right over here. Let's see if we can get one below. Right in here, we're getting some stopping in here. Right in here a little bit. Right in here. Right in here. All right, so we've got a little bit of support and resistance. All right, so we are, let's see, I also like to know, so I've got my support and resistance. Support and resistance here. I want to know what the trend is. So in the last 3 days, we're kind of trading in a downtrend. Last 2.5 days. Prior to that, maybe the last previous week, we were trading in an uptrend. So now, knowing that, the reason I want to know is that if I'm taking a buy trade into a downtrend, I'm going to take less pips than if I were taking a buy trade into an uptrend. So, and we are sitting right on a resistance line. Came up, it hit, then the next hour it broke through, so we're on the other side of that resistance line. And we are looking at a, I've got a buy on the 1 hour. I've got a, majors and minors are telling me a buy on the 2 hour with green on top, even though there's down pressure. On the 4 hour, I've got a buy. Green is just about ready to cross over. On the 1 day chart, I've got a down. I've got a down, but I've got a big gap here on the pressure, even though it's starting to go down. On the 30-minute, we're almost through the channel. I've got green on top, and it's curling. On the 2.5 minutes, I'm oversold going down with down pressure. It's bumping into this resistance line. So we are on the north side of this resistance line. And we have how much room do we have to go up? We've got 25 pips till we hit this line. 25 pips till we hit this line. We're in this channel. I am not going to take the 25 pips, but I think we could get 10 pips out of this. We've got up here, up here, up here. I got green on top, green on top, green on top. So let's go ahead and take this for 10 pips. And then let me just take a look at one more thing here. So we're sitting right on this resistance line. I am going to put our stop loss 2 resistance lines away. So I'm going to go down to here. So it would have to break this resistance line and break this resistance line. So we're going to put the stop loss at 104.13. I want it to break 2 resistance lines before it stops me out. So let us go ahead and take a buy for 10 pips. So USD Canadian, I don't have that open, so I'm going to go to File, New Chart, USD JPY. I'm going to go to New Order. My lot size, this is a demo account that's got $8,000 in it. To figure out my proper lot size, I am going to move the decimal over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to take a 0.80. My currency's correct. Volume's correct. I'm going to do a market execution. I'm going to do buy by market. Once I've taken the buy, it records it down below. If I click anywhere along the record line, it becomes blue. If I right click on that, I can go to modify to add my take profit and stop loss. 110 points is 11 pips, so I'm going to take 110 points, basically 10 pips. And then we said our stop loss was going to be, so this does the math for me to figure it out. And we said we wanted to take the stop loss at 104, 313, 104, 313, modify. So here we are. So we've taken one buy. Let me write this down so I can remember it. Buy on the USD JPY, and the take profit is 104.745. The stop loss of 104.313, and we did that with the 10-point signal. Let's see what else we have. We have another trade. Euro pound, overbought, majors and minors pointing down, double cross, red on top, black on top. This is pretty good steepness. Could be a little steeper, but it's pretty good. 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue going up. So I got 3 of the 4 here. I've got up pressure with green on top. I don't have a point out of the pressure. I either want down pressure where the lines are going down or a red on top. Now the green is kinked there, so it's the lines are converging, but they're not quite there yet. So we're going to hold off. AUD JPY oversold. They're kind of going sideways. We've just got the beginning of the cross, but not good enough. Euro CAD overbought sideways. Australian, New Zealand overbought sideways. The majors haven't committed to going down yet. New Zealand USD oversold going down, so nothing. Euro Australian dollar overbought sideways, so nothing. AUD Canadian overbought. I've got everybody pointing down, majors and minors. I got the double cross. with the majors and minors, red on top. This is pretty good steepness. Actually, it just improved while we're looking at it. The two orange lines going dotted blue going up, so I've got 3 out of 4 here. The thick blue is usually the last to turn, so 3 out of 4. And I have down pressure. It's kind of sideways, but red is going down. Green is going slightly down, and red is on top. So I kind of like this signal, AUD, CAD. So let's take a look at this and see if we can find something here. And actually, I want to go back. Oops, come on. AUD, and that was AUD-CAD. So let's change this. Chart settings, AUD-CAD. Time. AUD-CAD. Since we're right at the top of the hour, I'm going to jump and I'm going to come back to this in just a second. I want to see if we've got a 5-point trade, or excuse me, a thick orange line trade. Thick orange line trade. So this is a different signal. On this signal, we're looking to see what this number is here. This number in orange on the left. I want it to be either 0 or minus 100. This trade is good at the top of the hour, and I like to do it when there is good volume in the market. So, like for all the U.S. currencies, this is okay. This is a good time to take this. So I'm looking for 0 or minus 100. So minus 63 is no, minus 82, 64 is no, minus 7. Minus 7 is within 10 points of 0 or minus 100. So this qualifies. If it's within 10 points of either end, it's good. So I've got a minus 7.9, but I want something to confirm it, to tell me that yes, indeed, we're overbought, because we're looking for kind of a snapback off the trade. So I come down to my majors and minors and take a look, and I want to see all 4 of these lines well above the blue or not. So I got nothing there. 0 here, so that is good, but my lines are all oversold, so they're not even close. So that's no good. USD, JPY, 0, but my lines aren't even close. Let's see if we've got anything else. 65 is not close enough. 81, no. 73, no. 28, no. 84, no. 36, no. So it doesn't look like we got a thick orange line trade. 32, no. 20, no. 37, no. 56, 55, 30. So in, a minute and a half, I was able to scan all of these and see if there was a potential trade. So let's go back to our CHF JPY. So first thing is I want to put my support and resistance in here. So I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to crunch this up just a little bit more. And try to get some support and resistance in here. We get some touching here, touching here, touching here, in here, over here. Right at the top here, over here, right in here, right in here. Let's get one more up above. And let's get one more right below, touching here, here. So I've got some support and resistance. How many pips do I have going each way? I've got about 12 pips up, and I've got about 20 pips down. 12 pips up, 20 pips down. And let's take a look. So we are trading into a uptrend the last 3 days. So I want to take a sell trade into an uptrend. So I'm going to take less pips than I might normally. Now we've got a kink here. We've just changed the hour. So here we're down. But as the hour changed, what do we see? We got a kink here. I don't like the kink. That means it's not going down as much. It kinked here too. We've got good down pressure on the majors on the 4-hour chart. On the day chart, everything is still pushing up. Majors are going up. Minors have started to turn. We've got red above on all of these. I've got down pressure here. Oversold here with red on top. Coming down on the 2.5 minutes. Let's see here. I'm just thinking about it. Let's pull this out so I can see. Oops, what happened? Oh, we lost my support and resistance. Oh, what happened? Did we change? Why aren't we seeing AUD? Oh, we're back in time. What happened? How'd that happen? Oh, here we go. Let's take an 8 pip sell. 8 pip sell on the AUD CAD. AUD CAD. New order. 0.8 is my volume. Market sell. Now I'm going to go in and modify. We're going to change this to 80. I'm going to go 81. Does the math. And let me look at the chart to see where I want to put my support and resistance. We're taking a sell. So I'm going to put my support and resistance right above, right here, which is just above the 2 resistance lines. And I put it just a little bit above in case there's like a little peek through. So 0.98733, 0.98733. .98733. And then I like to just double check to make sure I can see that our stop loss is there. All right, so we took 2 trades. Both were 10-point trades. One was a buy on the USD JPY, and one was a sell on the AUD Canadian. Any questions? No, we got a couple questions here. Let's take a look. You're looking at the AUD CAD. Oh yeah, AUD CAD. Did I do the right one? AUD CAD. Okay. Yep. I didn't resave the name. So thank you. All right. Thanks, Gary. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. Good trading to you. we're here to help. If you need anything, just reach out to me or your coach, and we'll help get you on the right track and get you doing this successfully. Okay, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.